has been favoring that one while on stream.
Is he wearing koala mask or did something happen? Did he bump his head and he's actually covering something?
Who knows? Or is that a real koala?
Oh, the gloves are off. Oh, he's full power. He's unleashed his final form.
Yep. All right, so we got
the gloves are off now.
Shuffling up. Just having a bit of a chat before the game. Looks like they're on friendly terms, so that's nice to see. And yeah, do you think Steel Song has a lot of? I know Steel Song often, or sorry, Amber Steel often has a few problems.
This is the Steel Song version, right?
This is the Steel.
Okay,
if I remember right, yeah, I think so.
So Din's strategy is he's got the Mauis, and he's got McDuck Manners, right? So and he's got super groups. I think this is the only unique. These are the particularly unique things about his strategy, right?
Yep.
So Steel Song doesn't play Zeus, right? It does play Zeus.
It does play Zeus.
It does play Zeus.
Yep. So that's a nice weapon against the Maui.
That's good. It's good against Maui. It's also good against the Manners. You can just like take a big chunk of the Manners because they do target locations as well.
Yep.
Straight for Raging Fire does scale out a bit, so you can reach the levels that you need to be able to damage the half sharks. Yeah. So I think this might be a reasonable matchup. I think this might be a reasonable matchup.
So we got John Silver, Captain's Cook or something. I can't remember the exact text
so he's
on
got,
that one.
Look, he revealed him Chen Po there.
Yep.
And he's looking at the deck list.
Yep.
I think he might not stand a bad chance. I think like Din might have teched maybe a little bit too much against other Ruby Sapphire builds, and maybe Ben's got a fair shot. Like
I think so. I think if Ben can get some early questing power down in the form of Smee, don't remember if the list runs daisies or not, but yeah, if they can get some of those 2 lore questing cards down early and put a bit of pressure onto Din, then that will force Din to react.
Okay, so how many characters does Din play, right? So that's
how
going
many
to
characters?
That's going to determine like Daisy's effectiveness, right?
Yes.
So we know he's got four of each Maui, so that's 8 at Maui's.
Yep.
He's probably running 4 T-Pos, 4 Grammatalas.
And then the Super Goofs.
4 Super Goofs, so what's that? That's we're immediately up to.
Yeah, we're getting list on screen here. So we got 4 Pirates Life. Wow, Din has gone hard on the Yo-Ho. 3 Talas, 3 Hiram. Only 3 Hirams.
Well, he's only got Popsicles.
He's only got 4 Popsicles, yeah. So that is a bold call. I have not seen any lists cutting Hirams before in Ruby Sapphire. It is a
what does
staple.
what does in actuality means is that Din actually doesn't have a lot of draw power.
Yes.
Once he's spent, he needs Maui to refresh. So as long as he's like spent his entire hand, Maui's all he's got left, right?
Yeah, that's
so
right.
And we have seen in some of the other matchups where like Din often didn't have a massive hand. So yeah, that could be it.
And here we've got the Calhouns, we've got the Chempos, but Cinderellas. Do we have the Daisy? So there is Daisy. So I think Daisy is kind of for this matchup. I think the reason you play Daisy
is because the character count is so low. So
Quest for 2, character count's low. Yeah, it does a lot of work.
Yeah, and I think you'd probably be altering for most of your curve. You'd be altering for Maui's, you'd be altering for T-Pos.
Yep.
Which means that there's going to be even lower concentration of characters in your deck.
Yes.
Daisies might miss like 2 or 3 times. I think.
I think Daisy looking really good in this matchup earlier.
A game that we saw yesterday where Daisy went 3 times and all
3 in a row. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So like, I think Daisy might not be too bad to like apply pressure. Yep. I don't think you go all in and just focus on pressure, but I think Daisy gets the clock moving, so Din has a much shorter range of time in order to like finish the game. So like if you can Daisy say 3 times, put yourself on 6, that gives you a little bit of breathing room. Once Din starts, putting the McDuck Manners, and you can potentially just ignore the McDuck Manners.
Just try and.
So Ben's version of the deck.
We got the Mines in there. We got the
John
Docks
Silver.
in there.
He's got Lawrence's. Does he run Robin Hoods?
No, I'm not seeing the Robin.
He runs Chempos instead. So So I wonder how good the Chempos are going to be. Chempos are going to be big satted bodies.
Yeah. So
with the 7. Okay. Yeah. So the 7 willpower means it is still challengeable by Half Shark.
Yep.
But Hero Toll won't be able to take it out in one go.
Yep. So that could be nice because Din's got the B prepares, but apart from that, there's.
Okay. So wait.
only a sort of moderate amount of removal.
Yeah,
and
all
have
right,
we got the
this-
Pete?
this
We've
is-
also got the Pete, so I think that's going to be one of the cards to look out for here
Yeah,
for Ben.
so-
I think if Ben can afford to go wide and then get the Pete down at the right time to prevent the B prep, then they have a really good shot.
Yes. But also, what do you do with the whole new worlds?
There is no whole new worlds in this deck. This is
Oh, that's right.
the
This-
Diggy
that-
version, so relying on the dock for the card draw and the Rapunzel.
okay.
So
All right, so it's not the Steel Storm version, it's the version. All right,
yes,
cool.
yep,
All
that's right.
Cool,
Yep.
yep.
So yeah, I think I would prefer to be playing the Diggy version because it's a bit more aggressive and
But that means he's not running Zeus, right? Yeah, if he's not running, so he doesn't
Yeah, correct.
run.
Yep.
But
So-
he is running Rapunzel Tower. Look, if you go Rapunzel Tower on Chempo, and you can get the Chempo up, he now becomes he becomes stronger than Maui Half Shark. So yeah, you can protect all your little guys by
Yep.
putting a Chempo on the Rapunzel Tower.
Yep.
And he survives. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, if Ben can manage to curve out, if he can go 1-drop Daisy, 2-drop Smee, 3-drop Lawrence, something like that, that gives them a real shot. So for anyone who doesn't know, Rapunzel's Tower gives an additional 3 willpower to any character that's there. It's a 2-cost location. It costs 1 to move your characters there. So probably not targeted at the traditional
Din
kind of
starting turn
Ruby style.
1, as his right is being seed number 1.
Yes.
Ben going for turn 1 Daisy, inks the Captain Silver.
Yep. So I call that one Potatoes
Actually,
Captain
yeah,
Silver.
the Captain Silver actually very relevant because he can prevent a character from challenging for a turn.
Yeah,
What does
which-
Maui want to do? He wants to get in there, so yeah, you can stop the Sharks for 1 turn.
And yeah, pretty nice start from both players here. Let's see what Ben's follow-up
Tipo,
is.
go up to 3. Daisy,
Quest
all
for
right, let's see how lucky he
2.
gets. Ah, Popsicle, send it to the
Oh.
bottom, buddy.
Oh no!
So yeah,
And-
Daisy's going to put work in, so that's first 2 law.
And we're
What's his
probably going to see
follow-up
the
turn?
Lilo ink, and then Mr. Smee. Yep.
Okay,
so
Smee,
this
all right,
is
so
this is a very nice
he's
curve here. for
ready,
Ben.
ready to push. Okay, cool. And so you
See
see the 4.
Let's see what Din's got. Yeah, like I know as a Ruby Sapphire player, you really, if you can get some bonus cards from the Daisy in your hand, just having those extra 1 or 2 cards to put in your inkwell lets you do a lot more things. It lets
So
you
he
be a
can-
lot more flexible.
I think he probably wants to lean towards
Tala, yep.
yeah, Tala here, get some resources. At least he can contest the board a little bit. There's also an argument for how far will I go, and Tipo
And
just
Tipo
okay, just challenging,
Yep.
putting a
Makes
little
sense.
bit of
Makes
damage
sense.
on both.
Tala
Alright, cool.
can challenge the Daisy in the next turn. I think
True,
that's
true.
probably the thinking there. So a lot of players would have quested there. I think I probably would have quested, but I think Din's play makes a lot more sense than that. So
I think that's true. Ben is going to be able to build up a bit of a lead. If he does happen to quest, he
Yep.
bumps up to 6 right now.
Alright,
so
up to 6. That's,
that's
a really
almost
nice
a third of your game plan done
And
there.
another whiff for Din, I think. So
Then he's
and yeah, if Ben can curve out here, if it's got like a Lawrence or I saw a Calhoun in hand.
so Din is not running Sisu, so he doesn't have an easy way to wipe a whole bunch of weenies off the board.
And I did see the Pete in Ben's hand here. So Ben might want to just continue to go wide, and then when we get to the be prepared turn, drop the Pete.
Yeah, so like Pete's not relevant this next turn because
Not in this next turn, no,
So you don't play the Pete this next turn.
But I
Because,
think we'll see them hanging on to that card.
does he have Lilo?
No, that looks
Oh,
like
so
a
it's-
Piglet and a
Happy?
Happy. So
Cool. All right. So so Daisy's probably going to get trade away this turn. So
Yep.
Grandma's probably going to go into there. Smee has
Just one damage at
one
the
damage
moment.
marked onto
Yep.
it.
Oh no, because Piglet's a captain, so
Oh, yeah.
that's the synergy between the
alright,
Piglet and
alright.
the Smee with the captain.
Is that the
so
first time this entire weekend
I
where
think
Piglet
that's
has kept Smee out of trouble?
I
Okay.
think so. I think that's the first time we've
Alright,
seen the
cool.
Piglet
so
Smee
this is
synergy.
5, and so we go
And
Reckless.
now
yeah.
we hear it all. Yep.
Yep.
So nice answers there from Din, but Ben is still looking at questing for 4 next turn. So, and just a quest with the Tipo there.
Yep,
so
+1.
I think Din pretty happy with that turn. I think clearing off 2 characters is pretty nice there.
Ben's not in a too bad a position right now, so he just has to put one thing down.
Yep. And then that
Does he have a Rapunzel hand? Because he may want to consider.
sending Piglet
actually,
into the Tipo and then drawing a card, but it doesn't look
Okay,
like it.
Lawrence.
And we
is-
do
yeah.
see the Gantu in hand as well, so yeah, this is a big decision point here for Ben. I think they may consider inking the Pete, or
Does he have, it's one of the cards Calhoun, so he
yeah.
can't.
So there is a Calhoun, so
Yeah,
that's
so
going to have to come out
you
sooner
want to
or
ink
later.
one card. Oh, so he's playing
Yep.
Calhoun, and does he inks the card that's not Gantu and that's not Lawrence.
Yep, that
So
would
so it goes
be-
+3, so go up to 9, and
So
then Happy.
Happy might challenge the Maui here, or just not passes. So I guess wants to keep that body on board to keep the Piglet active.
Alright, so he inks the Lawrence, which means next time he can get Gantu.
Gantu, yep. Which
So
is
Gantu
another
will
big
quest
chunk
for
of lore.
4 and
Yep.
kind of difficult to interact with. So his goal now is kind of get up to 16, which
Yep.
is what 7 lore away. It's
Yeah.
manageable, but it's still a little bit far away actually.
Yeah, at least on
Piglet's
on
getting
Ben's
challenged for
side.
sure.
Yep.
All right. So Din just turning on the gas.
Yep.
And Din, you would have to imagine his last card would have to be either like some sort of visions or focus your mind, right?
It looks like how far I'll go, which
Yeah,
may get sung this turn. I think we might see Tala sing it, and Maui has to challenge. So
yeah.
or Maui can also
so,
sing.
So
Actually.
Tala sing it because if you pick up a Pirate's Life of it, you can always get. Actually, no, the Maui. No, you can still sing it together with Maui and Tipo. Okay, no, he's all right.
there's
Cool.
the
So he's
how
going to
far
sing
I'll
it
go.
with Reckless.
Yep.
Top 2, 1 in hand.
Yeah,
one
so
there.
So there was 2 potential lines there for Din. You can either
Yeah.
keep the Tala on board and sing with the Maui,
Go quest for 1.
or
looks
you
like.
can keep the Maui on board and
Sorry.
the Maui can go in and sing with the
quest
Tala.
Din up to 2, I think.
Yes, so we got 2, which
So
yeah.
Calhoun can challenge into Tipo,
Yep.
gain your 2 lore, pass
Oh.
go.
Yeah, another interesting turn here for Ben. Din just examining what's in the discard pile there. So Ben, I think we might see Cindy, Ink, and then Gantu, but
I think you hold off Gantu towards the end. I think you play your other cards, and then
Use that.
Gantu is the surprise card right at the end where it's like, oh yeah, I've got you stabilized at 16, and you're like, Gantu, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, don't have an answer to Gantu, right? So he gains 2 from that,
gains
goes to
2,
11.
so it goes to 11.
Inks is Cindy, and he's going to play Gantu, but
Yep.
So
So
Gantu just representing cool. I've got 4 pressing onto you, and let it go. All right,
Sings
cool.
the Let It Go, so
And,
+1 lore with the
he-
shark.
Yep, +1 lore, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. Did he? That smile before. Did he rip that off the top? The Let It Go. I think this.
Not
Yeah.
sure. I think so. I think that
Yeah.
might have been a top deck, and then
You wouldn't be putting that cheeky smile if you were holding it.
Yeah, I think
You-
so.
Ripping off the top of deck, yeah.
now we got the Grandma Tala coming down, so another card into Din's hand. Quest for 1.
These grammars just keep coming down, and this
Yeah.
they do a little bit of everything, you know. Good grammars just do a little bit of everything.
I think
Yeah.
Din may have. I think there was a brawl on offer
Oh,
there.
okay,
and
cool.
yep,
So-
there's the Pete.
Put
And
put
there's the dock. So
okay,
yeah,
cool,
nice
+2.
follow up there for Ben.
And
We've got a Storm and a Chempo.
he's thinking, all right,
Yep,
cool.
passes.
And well, keeping the half shark on his turn.
Yep.
And he just
And
quests
quest
for
for
3.
3.
All right. All right. puts him
So
up
we got
to-
11 to 7. So Ben's lore total is not looking too bad here on 11. Probably not the hand that he was after, with the Storms not doing a lot against this board. So Storm into the
yep,
Shark,
so
draw a card.
2 and
And Strength, yeah, so that can finish off the Shark, which is quite nice.
Ooh, he's thinking about singing it, right?
Considering singing it here. yeah.
What's he going to use?
Got a Chempo, got another Storm, so
You just strength for raging. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a time issue right now. So
Yep.
you do want to
Might
use strength for
see-
raising fire, but you kind of also want to quest, right? So
Yeah,
don't
very
you
tough
just use your ink to pay strength for raging
Yep,
fire?
3,
Finish off
for
the Maui, and
strength,
then you can
and
just
then might
quest
just
for
quest.
free.
Yep.
That puts you up to 14.
14, and then just hoping to draw some more of these
yeah, so-
high lore characters like a Gantu.
Yeah,
or
if you go
something like that.
14, it means that your Pete will trade against the Grandma or the Maui, and then okay, cool, just like holding back apparently.
Yeah, so Ben, I think the patience here is
Okay,
because they've got the
developing-
bodyguard in hand, they want to get the Chempo down on the turn that they quest. So then it's defending the characters that are on board. The downside to this play, and we see a, ooh. Yep, so
Alright, cool.
what was that? How far I'll go? I think we saw a develop your brain as well. So Din just looking for some cards, and a Pirate's Life there. So
Cool.
that
So
is
goes down to
yeah,
9.
down
and
to
the
9.
9
so
each.
it's
All
9
right,
each,
cool.
and then quest
And
quest.
+2, so Din is now up to 11. And now the tables have turned.
Yeah, so that Pirate's Life, again, just setting your opponent back to lore can be such a powerful effect. A lot of these decks kind of just want to get over the line at 20 lore. It's like if the game was to 21, you would not get to that. So they're really trying to cut it fine and get to exactly 20. And cards like a Pirate's Life can really disrupt the play patterns of some of these decks that are tuned to just get over the line.
Man, like I look at this deck and it just looks so clean. It looks
Yeah.
everything has a simple task. It's like Grandma just like gets the pieces together.
Yep.
Maui goes in, just challenges the big stuff, and yeah, Maui Half Shark is just going to sit there and
Generate value.
generate value. It's so clean. Like
Yeah, I'm not seeing any sort of major weaknesses.
Yeah,
I can't think of a thing where it's like, what would I like? What archetype or what cards would I include in my deck
Yeah.
to really just kind of race this deck down? Or
did we like overcomplicate Ruby and Sapphire with all these
maybe,
moving parts?
yeah, I
right,
know.
cool.
Why are we
So-
playing a million items and draw
So
cards?
Ben
Just-
Simmons, I think he quested for some. He would
Yep,
requested for free.
two,
turn?
I think.
Two,
There was
okay.
Pete Sung
Yeah, so
and
I think
the two dwarfs.
Yeah, so that would put him to 11
I think we
apiece.
got 11 apiece. Yep.
Maui just sung for a whole.
Has to challenge there.
Yeah,
so
so-
we've got the Super Goof coming out there.
Okay, so he gains 2 off that. I think he gained like 1 or 2 off a song. So I think
Nah,
he's
because
on.
the Half Shark got
the
banished
Half
the
Shark
previous
is down,
turn.
yeah, cool,
Yep,
yeah.
there's just a Maui hero all left
Cool.
on the board. So Tala may challenge here. Might challenge the Pete just to not give the Calhoun a target, or might just quest. There's a few targets here, so this is a
Yeah, just going to one of the Happies, right?
Yep.
Because Happies gain
the-
evasive as well.
into the docks.
Oh, Docs, yeah. And
And then there's a brawl. So
alright, cool.
so yeah, I think Ben
Ben
is
actually
not looking
Ben
bad at
can
all
actually
here.
go all right here.
Yeah, if Ben's able to find either there's something like a some sort of card draw. We've seen 2 of the Storms come out. Another one would be really nice here, but or just a big questing
he-
character.
Calhoun is enough to take out Maui, right?
Yep. So into the
So
Maui,
into a Maui,
plus 2 lore,
plus 2 lore, goes up to 13.
and both players are in
So you
top
can probably
deck
quest
mode.
that. Oh,
and
Piglet. All right,
Piglet.
all right. Yeah, okay. Does
Alright,
Ben run?
so-
Does Ben run Lilo? Does he have a Lilo?
Not
No, he doesn't have a Lilo. Okay.
currently.
Okay, so Din.
And there's
oh,
Din has
okay, okay.
found a wheel.
Top 2. All right, cool.
Oh, that
Alright,
was that was a
He's-
very so it was develop your brain into the Porpsicle into the Hiram, and then
Yeah.
Hiram eats the Porpsicle. So that was
Yeah,
a
okay.
really nice series of draws there for Din.
All right, so he's thinking. All right, he's.
And
All right,
develop, probably looking for a brawl here if they can ink and then brawl
And
the
then goes
Piglet.
into Pete.
And,
All right,
yep,
cool.
into Pete.
Yeah, he wants to make Piglet as lunar as possible.
So it was
Dock off
looking
the top. Dock off the top.
Oh,
No, not dock off the top.
really
All right, cool.
needs the dock. So
Oh, just one. Oh.
quest for 1.
Yeah, because the
think
the
you have to
Hiram,
quest here, yeah.
is-
Hiram doesn't
yeah,
present a challenge.
Yeah, but he was like what? Maui maybe?
Or Rapunzel.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right,
Yeah,
so
quest
that goes to 1.
Yep.
All right,
And
now
Rapunzel does quest for 2, so can get them up to 16.
So,
and
yeah,
if
he's just
Piglet-
hoping Din doesn't draw into a Maui or a super good,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, if Din doesn't have an answer for the
Oh,
Piglet,
they're comparing Lord Tortoise
Yep.
right now.
if Din doesn't have an answer for the Piglet or doesn't have an answer for the Rapunzel, then if Ben can get another character down next turn, that Piglet's questing for 3, Rapunzel's questing for 2.
So that's quest for 5 and
By
total.
my count, that would
Put
get
it
them
on
up to 19.
Yeah,
So the players are just comparing notes here.
yeah.
And we got Din.
Hopefully our score is right.
Yeah.
There's a potential.
Yeah,
there's a goof off the
that
top.
was quite the answer that
All right,
Din
cool. So,
found for that
yeah,
one.
so it goes plus 2, so
So
it goes
15 to 14.
This is neck and
This
neck.
is so
All right,
close.
cool. Questing for 1.
16
No
and,
value. Oh,
and
make up
there's
mana.
the
All right,
mana.
all right,
It's
cool.
over.
And
The
he,
mana is
he,
over.
he moves him in. He moves Goofy
Yeah,
in.
moves Goofy in.
All right, cool.
And I'm not. Ben needs
he-
probably a storm here. Needs a storm
Quest
on
for
the
2, go to
Goof,
16.
And
Oh,
yeah, they
Daisy,
scoop him.
and
So
that's it. All right. That was right down to the wire.
really close game there. It was
Yeah.
both players were in top deck mode, but I guess the Ruby Sapphire has sort of a higher card quality in the later game. So if you're both
Yes.
top decking, you're more likely to find good stuff. And as we saw there, didn't manage to find the wheel. And
Most of Din's cards, they are standalone good, so you can just play pretty much most cards.
Yep.
They will have some function. Like even Sail to Azurite Sea, at the very least, it's going to draw
Cycles,
you another
yep.
card, right? I think Tipo arguably might be the worst card to draw.
I would think
I
so.
think
Yep.
everything else is good. Like
Yeah, everything else, the
Popsicle
Popsicle,
just
Cycles.
anything else will at least draw your card.
Yep.
Like Grandma puts you another card. Most of the characters are all just good solid
Yep.
bodies. Yeah, it's all good. So
But yeah, Ben, that's the closest we've seen Din pushed in a few games. So yeah, it looks like I think Ben has a nice matchup here because he's got a very aggressively built deck, particularly with the Daisy Duck. It's just quite hard to remove in the early game, and it's questing for 2, and it's not generating a lot of value for Din.
see Ben, because he's looking towards like the bottom left corner of his eye, he's thinking about that game. He's running it through his mind, like, all right, what happened to the games? What are those critical turns? You know?
Yep.
He's trying to really review here. All right, cool. He's got the choice to whether go first or second. So this is his time to like take the initiative back into this game. So he's
Yep.
just picturing it in his mind. All right, cool. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3.
Yep.
And I think he's like, cool. Daisy turn 1 was good. Let's stick with that. Turn 2, like Smee was all right. Yep. Smee was all right. Potentially Piglet might be all right as well.
Yep.
So you can go turn 1 Daisy, turn 2 Piglet, and then before you quest with the Piglet on your third turn, you do play
your third character.
So that turn you're like pushing for 5, so it puts you up to 7, and that's before Din's reached
reached that point where they can drop the Mauis and they can drop the cards that can kind of answer
maybe
some
that's
of the
the strat, right? So
I think so. Yeah, I think that's the cards Ben will be looking for. Definitely Daisy, or even Daisy into double Daisy is probably the dream here.
If you go triple ducks, I think that might be the way to go. Yeah,
I think that's just winning the game on turn 2 there. But
all right.
Yeah,
look at both these guys with their smiles.
Yeah, both having fun, both respect each other as players, and just really playing at such a high level.
Despite whatever's on the line, remember to smile.
Yep,
that's the most important thing you wear every day. Not this koala mask, but your smile.
Also important for the koala mask. Let's not doubt the koala mask. But
okay, all right.
And a fist bump there. That's what we love to see. So
I'd really love to see a game 3.
Yep.
So Ben, I'm hoping you'll make it a third game for us.
I think there's a really good chance. This is
not exactly what you want to see.
I think Din's seeing the T-po there, so at least he's got the ramp, but everything else...
he just keeps 1, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think you keep the T-po and send him back.
He's getting rid of 3? So
Ben,
Ben's got some stuff. All right,
pretty good hand.
All right,
if you're
cool.
keeping 4 cards, so it looks
he's
like...
got Lilo, he's got Piglet. I didn't see the rest.
I saw the Lawrence there, so at least Ben's got the 1, 2, 3 curve. Yeah.
Cool. What was his turn 1? Was it Daisy?
Daisy.
All right.
And then,
cool. All right, I want to see this. All right.
So Ben's on the play here, and I think, the deck, because he's playing a tempo-oriented deck that's quite aggressive.
Let's see what happens when he goes, quote-unquote, optimal line early game.
Yeah.
So Ben goes 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Din goes turn 2, Cell Azurite C.
Or T-po. Yeah, I think Din had the T-po.
Oh, the double fist bump. All right, cool. All right, they buds now.
All right, so what has Ben got to ink here?
Yeah.
I think I see a mine in hand, which I would consider inking.
If Ben goes turn 3 Lawrence, Din will go turn 3 Grandma. If Ben can get Lawrence to run into the Grandma, he can then Rapunzel.
Draw 3 cards.
That might be the
That's
line.
the dream.
Cool.
Yeah.
So he goes develop your mind. Cool. Puts one there, one to the bottom. All right, cool.
And inks the T-po. So
okay, now he's just got to hope. All right, no value.
Quest for
Off
2.
the top.
Oh,
no value.
How far it'll go.
Goes right to the bottom. That's how far it'll go.
Never punish them
right,
events,
cool.
so that's what we like to see.
Inka 2, and then
play the Lilo probably. I think Lilo's kind of nice in this matchup because you keep bringing it back. But the Super Goof and the Shark do have a good time if you keep playing that Lilo back. So, inking the mine, playing the Lilo.
Cool.
Just trying to put some pressure on Din here. I think that's a good approach. And Din nods his head. Yeah, respect. I think that's...
Cool. T-po.
T-po.
All right.
And what are we going to see put in the inkwell? Din just thinking carefully here. Doesn't have to reveal this card due to the T-po effect. You can ink any card. So, even we will not see what it is. And, looks like Din's made their decision and passes over.
All right,
so Ben
Ben's
off to a
got
really strong start here.
All right.
He's rubbing the top decks on the ground.
Plus
so that's
4,
plus
puts him up to 6.
And Din finally hits there with a big smile. I think it was a Super Goof.
All right, so he's going Cinderella, and then what, Smee?
Another Lilo.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see, Lilo. Come on, you got to redeem me. I've been
saying,
I've been saying how good you are.
You've been saying how good it is all weekend, and sail for Din. Cool. So Din just looking to ramp up.
So he's going up to 5 this turn. All right. Is he doing the classic double ink brawl?
I think he will if he's got it. We did see a brawl inked earlier, so whether there's another one in hand.
No,
Goof costs 4, so yeah.
So double ink brawl,
6-0 at the moment. So Ben's got to be feeling good about this. Din really needs to hyper ramp into the B prep, but B prep into the Lilos does not feel great. Like, if you can just bring both Lilos back, I think Ben, and because Ben had 2 Lilos here, he's happy to play the line, rather than trying to go for card economy and play a 3-drop, just play Lilo plus a 1-drop, put maximum pressure on, and then just keep bringing the Lilos back.
You can really feel he's just like, oh, what do I do about this? All right, cool. So one the Goof goes down, and he brawls.
Brawl on the, probably Duck, I think,
Daisy, you can challenge the Lilos a little bit better, even though the Daisies can give you some resources. They just haven't been very successful. So you'd rather keep the easier bodies to challenge later on. All right, so that's plus 5.
That's for 5 up to 11. So maximum pressure mode activated here for Ben.
Do you ink and go Lawrence?
I think there's a Chenpo. I think Lawrence got put in the inkwell
Okay,
earlier.
yeah.
So
Happy.
one for Happy, and then the cards in hand look like a Chenpo and a Strength. So Ben.
Oh, Ben, he was a player like from yesterday that just like stayed on like free ink for ages.
Yeah. He's
like,
not afraid to play on low ink.
He's did not invest in his ink futures.
Yeah, we see the Chenpo going, which makes sense. If you're on 3 ink and
cool.
you put the Chenpo into the inkwell, you're never going to be able to play the Chenpo.
He didn't spend free ink, so he passed on it. So Din was able to play Shark, and I think
Ben can find a character here though. He can sing and he finds the Piglet. That's a really nice one. So Cindy can sing. Yep.
Yeah,
got the
he needs,
yeah.
So you need the strength of raising fire. All right,
yep.
cool.
And quest for
Turn 5 more. Okay, all right.
So
we're cooking. 16. Yeah.
I don't think Din has the answers for 6 ink here. So, or no, Din must be on 7. Is there the B prep? There is. So here we go. So Ben puts everything into the discard pile, but Ben can potentially double Lilo there for the maximum value. Draws a card and just passes. Yeah, I like it. So Din just needs to keep answering these Lilos because, let it go. That's what we were talking about yesterday.
Oh, okay.
It's the one sort of permanent answer to the Lilo, but the second one's still there. Gets up to 18, and we got a Smee, we got a Chenpo in play. I think we might just see the Chenpo deployed here. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it, and yeah, I'm not really. There's another B prep.
Oh, okay.
So Din just stalling for time here.
Putting it back out.
This is
how many answers have you got, buddy?
I know, and I think we'll just see. Smee would be lawful here if we see that played. Goes for the Piglet instead. I think that's just patience there from Ben. I think awaiting another beat.
Is it Pirates?
Pirates might be nice, but you're really just treading water.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Like in these situations, if you just play Pirates, you're just buying another turn, but you're not actually developing a board. I think Super Goof.
Actually, the Pirates wouldn't have won your game. Like, wouldn't have like survived the turn because he would have just played like another character.
Yeah, true.
All right, cool.
So yeah, that's probably the best answer that Din had. Goes up to 4 law.
But he just revives and plays another dude. And
So I think Din's just hoping that Ben can't deploy 2 characters here.
As long as he remembers to play Lilo at the start of the turn.
Yes, and then play the Smee before questing with the Piglet.
Don't goof up, Ben. Don't goof up.
Indeed. Don't goof
goof
against the
up.
goof. That's what. All
right.
Cool. I see we're thinking the same thing here. All right. Yeah, we get the Lilo. We see the Smee go down.
Good job.
Wow.
Woo.
Look at this.
All right.
Game 3 on our hands. This is what we want to see.
Okay.
Wow, that was, Ben just had the perfect curve that game. And so I think I was.
Rinse and repeat, baby.
Yeah. When I saw Lawrence go into the inkwell, I was like,
are we gonna
Ben
have
must
to
have had a
upset
plan,
are we gonna have to upset here?
Maybe.
Like,
I think, Ben.
Is this the crazy thing where, look, Amber Steel is supposed to be bad into normal Ruby Sapphire, but now Ruby Sapphire in this version has just like shifted itself where it's now
it's trying to play the tempo deck.
Yeah.
Din's certainly more of the tempo Ruby Sapphire build, and we're getting it against the proper tempo deck, which is the Diggy Hole deck. And that just looked so good for Ben. Like, Din just couldn't do a thing that game.
Yeah, like it wasn't able to out-sustain the resources. And just at the end there, just like those Lilos, if you're in like a almost game situation and those Lilos keep coming back.
He
was just forced to keep doing stuff. Yeah,
that's right. If you got Sharks, if you got Super Goofs already established on the field, you can kind of deal with them and gain resources. But if you don't, you can't just run out a Shark and let these 2 Lilos quest. You need to keep removing them. But yeah, it was just too much pressure from Ben there. Just had such a smooth early game. Turn 1 Daisy, turn 2 I think we saw the Lilo, and then turn 3 was Cindy Lilo. Just so much pressure. And Din doesn't have.
Also Din on the play, and he's excited to get into it. I think Ben's pretty excited for this game as well.
Yeah, so one of the lines that the traditional Ruby Sapphire makes it strong.
So we got Daisy on the left side. So keep the Daisy, keeping the Lilo, and I think you keep the Lawrence.
Oh, is Din just shipped all 7? Oh. Yeah, that's not what Din wanted to see.
All right.
And Ben hasn't altered their hand yet, so they know that Din.
Oh, he's got 2 or 3 Lilos?
Got 3 Lilos, got a Daisy, we got a Cindy, so...
Do you just keep the cards that you don't want as well, so you've got guaranteed ink?
And also got the Storm, which you might want to sing with the Cindy. So, yeah, you might keep the Lawrence and ink that. But, I don't think Storm's good in this matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would potentially consider keeping Lawrence and just inking it, and then...
Yeah, because you can just always go 1-2, and then 2-1, and then 2, and et cetera, et cetera.
So, this is a yeah,
I look forward to the turn where he gets board wiped and then immediately pays
yeah,
six.
pay
triple
6 and
Lelos.
triple Lelos straight back on the board. So yeah, be prepared does not
Oh,
really
wait,
answer
is he,
Lilo.
think about it. Is he? Come on, please hold on to it. I want to see the meme.
Yep. Yeah. So
He's keeping a Cindy.
keeping a Cindy, possibly to ink.
Yeah, it reserves him the option depending on what he draws.
Yeah.
Yep. So I
Yeah.
think if he happens to draw like Strength of Raging Fire and Storm Rage on,
Yep.
he wish he still had a Cindy to
Yes, to
cast
sing
him,
that
right?
card.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, you can put in your Inkwell and probably want to play the Daisy on turn 1 here and just
Alright.
go for maximum pressure. So let's see what Din got. Din had to alter 7 cards here, so it is a complete random what they've got in their hand at the moment.
Din is talking like
Yep.
he's
I
definitely
think he's
saying
looking a
so.
little bit nervous
Yeah,
here to
yeah.
me. Din,
Well, sometimes talking also just kind of settles your nerves. So sometimes,
yeah,
yeah,
okay, yep.
you have certain players that would just like not say a single word and like be very minimalistic, and some would just blurt out tons of fun stuff. And
Yeah. I was saying earlier, one of the nice lines that Ruby Sapphire has on offer is turn 1, Popsicle, something like that.
Yep.
Turn 2, Ramp. Turn 3, you can sail and then deploy Sisu Daring Visitor for 3 ink.
Yep.
And that gets you up to 5 ink, plus
Din
you've got
going
that.
with the classic develop your mind. Look,
And
it's,
looking for a card.
look at,
Yep, how far ago a Tipo, I think.
he always looks so despondent every time he just
I know.
top twos, right? So many top twos, and every time he just doesn't feel like. All right, cool. All right, so he inks the
And
Cindy.
we're
All
going
right,
to see the Daisy.
and then the Daisy.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Let's see if Din
All
can
right, so Ben, you just got to pray that your Daisy holds up, right?
and doesn't generate too much value.
Yeah,
for
like
Din
that's
here.
that's what you're
Yeah.
praying that it just doesn't generate that much.
Yep, there's
Right,
Tipo.
Tipo, cool, no worries.
and
And now Din's like his hand goes way down now. So
down to
Three?
4 cards, I think. 4. Yep. So yeah, these additional cards from the Daisy could be critical here. If Din's gonna ramp up quickly,
He's
they
doing the counter,
really
alright,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Gonna shrink the hand pretty rapidly. I think there was a how far I'll go in hand, so that will generate an ink next turn plus a card for Din, so that could be really good. But it's also on the slower side. Yeah, Din thinking hard here. This is probably the most pressure we've seen Din under for the whole tournament.
yeah.
So. And yeah, Ben just looking stoic,
I
staring at the cards.
just want to know what he put down there. Like, what was the 50-50?
Yeah. But I think Ben, triple Lilo is probably best case scenario
Well,
against this
I
matchup.
think it's only seconded by triple Daisy Ducks.
Yeah, I
into
think
triple
so.
Wheelers.
So we've got Pete. That's also a nice card in this matchup. We might see the Mine inked here, or the Lawrence. Yeah,
I think you can get away with inking the Lawrence.
Yep.
Yeah, just because Lilo's going to be your game plan for
Yep.
if you don't.
And-
Top card. Oh, he got a Grandma
Oh.
Tala. All right, he got some value.
Wow,
All right.
that's actually a very
he prayed
impactful
harder
draw here
for
for
it this
Din.
time. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Just got to believe.
He needed those. He needed the Tala. All right, so you're going.
Are we going to challenge here? We might see the same play we saw
same
in game
strategy
1.
before,
Yeah,
right?
this is almost
two?
exactly the same as game 1.
Okay, that was a good top 2 for him because you saw how quickly he picked up one.
And then we see the challenge. So
put one onto Daisy.
Yep,
Cool.
just put game 1 on rewind, and here we go.
So free ink turn. So
Storm. So yeah, I think we'll see a Cindy inked, and then Cindy
Two and
Lilo.
a one.
Yep.
All right, cool. Easy.
And we're gonna quest for. I think we'll see the double quest here from Ben. I think Ben's
Yeah,
just
I
gonna
think
keep their foot on the gas.
Yeah, you just keep pressuring, right?
Yep. Maybe considering whether it's worth questing with the Daisy here. He knows that Din's hand has shrunk a little bit, so might not want to generate the value, but yeah, we'll see what Ben decides to do.
I think don't change the strat. I think
Yeah,
you
I
just
think Tried and
like,
True just keep turning sideways.
don't get
and-
nervous, man.
Yep.
No.
Oh, yeah. So Ben passes, doesn't want to give the nice trade for the grandma.
No, she just sings away. All right.
Yep.
Top 2.
And yeah, if Din has a Maui hero to all in hand, even though it can't challenge this turn because there's nothing ready, I think you just deploy that here and get ready to start chomping these Lilos. So Din, yep, inks the sail. There's the Maui, yep. And will we see the quest here from the Tipo? I'm not sure what additional value the Tipo could give this game, so we may
You
just
might
see
as
a
well
quest.
quest with it.
Yeah,
Like,
I think so.
I don't think any. Yeah.
I don't think
You're
I think,
not worried if it gets challenged. It's
Yeah,
actually
that's
good for
right.
you if it gets challenged.
Yeah, it kind of
it
slows
keeps-
the game down a bit.
Okay. Maybe he. Okay, so literally the only reason you would hold up is he doesn't want him to Rapunzel it.
Yeah.
Like run into it and
Yeah,
Rapunzel.
that might be
Yeah.
what Din's playing around. The one law is just not
Yeah,
worth
so
the
he's
risk.
like, all right, yeah.
So yeah, this could get interesting. If
Does
Din,
he have Raging Fire?
I think there was one. Yeah, so we might. Yeah, there's a strength, there's a Pete, there's a Lawrence. So I think we see the Lawrence and then Cindy will sing strength.
So the thing is, like, do you Strength for Raging Fire the Maui now, or do you Strength for Raging the Half Shark that comes on the following turn, right?
Yeah, that's how far I'll go. So that goes to the
Cool.
bottom.
So that's
Yep.
that's good. So he moves up to 4.
And Ben, yeah, considering inking the Pete, this is a tough call. Very, very tough call here for Ben. I think 3 and playing the Pete. Yep. Makes sense.
All right, cool.
Sing the
Sing
strength, and just quest for 4 here.
Quest for 4 here. But what's to stop Din from just going Half Shark?
Probably nothing. And I think if Din has the Half Shark or Super Groove, they're going to want to run out one of those this turn. I think Half Shark might be a little bit slow. There's a lot of pressure on the other side of the board here from Ben. So
Popsicle, all right.
Popsicle. Yep, we got the Half Sharks. We got Let It Go, but unable to play that this turn due to the Pete. We got Hiram, and I think we got Super Groove. So I think we'll see a Half Shark run out here. Otherwise, Super Groove does at least remove some lore from the board this turn, so it slows Ben's game plan down a little bit. But yeah, Ben is just looking phenomenal here.
Yeah, so if you play, so Grandma goes either.
Grandma probably into Daisy, I think,
I'm not sure if you're too worried about Daisy. Like, we randomly get some more value, but you don't really want to bother with the leaders here. So I guess, yeah, you go after Daisy because it's
I think
free.
Daisy because you can't bring Daisy back the next turn.
And then Super Goof into either Lilo or Cindy, but I could imagine Cindy being probably more relevant because you want Ben to overpay if he does have to do Strength for Raging Fire.
So, yeah, Din just looking a little bit stumped here. I think, considering you can run out the Shark, which doesn't challenge this turn. It doesn't remove anything from the board, but it does sort of threaten fetching How Far I'll Go or Develop Your Brain from the discard pile. Otherwise, Super Goof at least answers something that's on the board right now and slows the game down a little bit. Or plan C would be you play Hiram and you eat that popsicle and try and find the B prep. I think we might. Yeah, this is a tough call here for Din. I think we might see the Super Groove come out and just try and slow Ben down a little bit.
So he's genuinely thinking, all right, cool. If I go Half Shark here, go Ink Half Shark, can he do a lot next turn, right?
And
so Ben basically has effectively one turn to like really push a lot right now. So if he turns all this sideways, he gets +6.
Yep.
So he is really hoping for Strength of Raging Fire. If he has the Strength of Raging Fire, he locks us down.
Yep. No, we've got Double Storm and Lawrence in hand. So I think we might just see run out the Lawrence and just quest with everything. Just keep trying to apply pressure, keep going wider and wider, and just hope that Din doesn't have the Pirate's Life. I think if Din's got the Pirate's Life, it's looking a bit grim here for Ben.
Grandma Tala has 1 on her?
Nah, Grandma Tala got healed up by the Popsicle.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Din not worried about the value game. Now that he's deployed the Shark, not too worried about using the Hiram. So we might sing this. Yep,
right, cool.
Just to
and then maybe a Strength into Raging Fire? No, it's got a Rapunzel.
Which
hasn't done anything most seasons.
No, we haven't really seen Rapunzel go off this tournament yet. So Pete considering challenging the Tala here, which given that Din,
which means that because he can sing an extra song with the Tala if it's still up.
Can also sing the Storm with the Pete as well.
8. So he can go. He could hypothetically go number 4, go to 12. It's so far yet so near, but yet so far, right?
Ben had such a hot start, but the game has just slowed down a little bit here.
Okay, so is there any realistic chance that he's going to be able to use this Rapunzel, right? No, all right, cool. Strength for all right, cool. Storm Rage on.
One line that I have seen.
What do you rip? All right.
Oh, here we go.
Cool. Plus 4. He goes up to 12. All right, so he's locked things away. He technically does have some.
Is it 12 or 10? I've got him on 10, but I think I may have miscounted here. I think it's 10, yeah. Because, and Pete's blocking. Yeah, so Ben's just played the card upside down to show that it was played this turn, so it's not exerted and it's not able to quest. Yep. I've seen some players doing that this game.
Yep.
I think it's 10-0, so. I think he was on 6, yeah. So, and so, yeah, Din.
But he turned over 2 Lilos, didn't he?
Yeah, but didn't quest the previous turn with one of them, so.
Okay.
All right, so we might see the Super Goof come down here to answer one of these Lilos. Shark is on 4 now, so that that double storm on the shark, I think that was just to put it in a position where...
Well, I think he was just digging. He was just like, all right,
Yeah.
need to see if I can get another card, right? Because he was hoping that the next card would either be another storm or another strength of raging fire. Yeah, so now he can run it in. He does pick up one thing, but he does pick up an action, but the Maui get traded off.
So can't play actions this turn here for Din, so we might see the Super Goof.
I think.
Up Maui here. Yep, that's nice. At least takes.
What did he pick up from his Maui challenging in?
I didn't see whether it was the Develop Your Brain or the How Far I'll Go.
So Ben
and
only.
Quest for One.
Yeah, so Quest for One. So Ben only with 3 ink, so he can't
res both Lilos. This turn from the discard.
Maybe he should have inked one of his cards.
Yeah, maybe the Rapunzel or the.
Because he's locked out. There's a lot of stuff that's holding back if he doesn't revive these. I think you still do revive them, right?
I think
all right, so yeah,
Ben's
okay, so he's
not too worried about the value game at this stage.
I think you have to ink this turn for sure.
I think Ben, the game plan might be send Pete into Tipo here and then draw off the Rapunzel, and yeah, there's no obvious trades on the board here for Ben, and played a lot of the removal out of the deck already. I think we've seen one strength. And
so he's got Rapunzel in hand. He's got Lawrence out.
Lawrence out. So this is probably the Lawrence play.
And then
Doc? Happy.
No, Happy.
So I think that the plan here from Ben is just to keep bringing the Lilos back for the rest of the game. So it's essentially play whatever's in your hand out if you need to, and then just keep bringing the Lilos back. I don't mind this from Ben. I think holding onto the Rapunzel, you could play the Lawrence that turn, ink the Happy, and then try and get the Lawrence into the Tala and draw 3 cards from the Rapunzel. But I think Ben might find that line a bit slow and just wants to put as much pressure on the field as possible. And
right, okay,
yeah, that is bad news for Ben there.
Right.
Develop your brain,
Gains
so
one.
+1. And yep, Din does not mess around when he selects cards. He looks at the 2 and just within a couple of seconds has made a choice.
Sings,
So
puts
let it go
Lawrence
on
away.
Lawrence. Yep.
Gains 1.
Gains 1. And double sings Yo-Ho. So +3 up to 6. -2 for Ben down to 8. So yeah, it feels like the tide has turned on this game, and Din has pretty nice control over the board. So we've got 6 to 8. Ben pays 4 to bring the Lilos back. And yeah, now this Half Shark is just going to have a field day with these Lilos. So
yeah,
Ben's got 5 in the Inkwell, I think, and 1 card in hand, something like that.
yes, he literally can't do anything.
Yeah, unless there's no good trades available either. I think Ben just needs to quest here and hope for the best. Yep, all right, so 1, takes the value trade into the Tipo. Could send the Happy into the Tala, but yeah, the longer this game goes, the worse it gets for Ben here. Ben really needs to win the game in the next probably 3 turns, otherwise Din's just got the card quality.
His Lilos are exerted, which means
Yeah.
Maui goes in
And
grabs
then
another one,
fetches
grabs
more
another
value, yeah.
It's another Pirates, and
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's looking very good for Din here. It was looking a bit scary. I think Ben had a really hot start, but just Din managed to slow the game down in the mid game. And now, yeah, with this Shark out, it's going to be very difficult for Ben to deal with. And yeah, we got the 2 Mauis. We got the Half Shark and we got the Hero to All. So these both answer the Lilos every turn. And yeah, Din's just feels like Din's got full control of this game at the moment. So
gains another 1.
Quest with the Pete, so that's up to 7. And Din draws. And can fetch
and for
the
rest of the
Pirate's
game,
Life. Yep.
Yeah, Lilo's just gonna have Groundhog's Day with that same
Yeah,
Maui
I
every single
know.
turn.
And are we going to see the Pirates this turn, or is Din just? I think there's.
I think you just
want
want
another Shark in hand. Yeah,
Shark
just
is
keep
cool.
keep developing your board and.
All right, cool. Gain
so
2.
there's
Go to 8.
develop and goes up to 10 now.
10, yep.
Yeah, with the 2 Sharks on board, that's up to 10. So we got 10 to 7 in Din's favor, and yeah, Ben probably
you
it's
just have to draw from top. Like
it's bringing these Lilos back
you just
you just can't do that at the moment with the 2 Sharks facing them down and with the Pirate's Life in hand. Yeah, it's all right. So Rapunzel not bad here, and gets a Piglet that unfortunately Ben's on. How much ink's that? 4. So can sing the Storm with the Pete, try and get an ink and get the Piglet down, but or with the Cindy actually, which has the Singer. So you could send Pete into Hero to All. Yep. Sing the Storm. No, it just passes. Makes sense. Doesn't want to leave an exerted character on the board. And there is the McDucks. And sings the Pirate's Life, so up to 14.
It goes down
-2 for Ben. And yeah, Ben's just between a rock and a hard place here and quest for 15.
The signature didn't move of just moving his...
Everything into the mana whenever they're
Yeah.
sparing. Din knows what's up, so...
Okay, so here's the thing, right? When you move your characters to your location, do you put them on top of the picture or do you put them on top of the text? So if you put them on top of the text, if you put them on top of the picture, people can read the text. But if you put them on top of the text, people can like identify what picture it is.
Look at what picture it is, yeah. All right, so Din drawing here. Can quest up to... Oh, sorry, got 2 from the mana, I think, so up to 17. How far I'll go...
That's like another 2.
There's another 2, and...
I think he just plays an action, he's done, right?
19, an action or just quests. And quests, and... Oh, may have miscounted, that might be 19, but... Yeah, I think Ben doesn't have any way to gain 15 lore this turn and just doesn't have an answer for anything that Din's got on board. So looks like we got 19 and yeah. Unfortunately, Ben, yeah, again, had a really hot start, but yeah, Din just managed to, with the both forms of Maui, was able to slow the game down in the mid game. And yeah, Ben's just completely out of juice at the moment.
He's thinking about the Lilos, but
yeah.
no.
The game's not going to go another turn, I don't think, so... Yeah, Ben just deciding.
So the question is like, what top decks could possibly be better than double Lilos, right?
That's, yeah. That is what Ben's considering at the moment.
So it's like,
Does have a Storm in hand.
so right now he's got what, 8 lore? Like
1, 2,
8,
3, 4, 5,
8
6,
available?
7, 8, yep, 8. So can get up to 13.
But like you can't push an extra 7.
Yeah,
there's no way to stop the Mauis either.
Yep.
Puts 1 Lilo out.
All right, so we're going to sing Storm here
Oh,
and just look for a top
okay,
deck.
okay.
All right. Gets the Calhoun and scoops it. Yep.
Good games.
Yep,
And
well
that
played.
is Din getting...
Yep, Din breathing a big sigh of relief there. So, yeah, Ben really pushed him to the limit, especially in game 1. That game 1 was so close, and Ben was just inches off getting to 20 lore. But yeah, Din just showing the power of the half shark there with the cycle. So